Alright guys, how's it going? We're back with another episode. So this is more stuff for my haunted cabinet. Changing up the environment just a little bit here. So the first thing we're going to talk about is one of my favorite places that I've been to, and that is the City County Jailhouse. And, oh gosh, where was it from? Bridgeport, Illinois. There we go, sorry. I've only been up for like about an hour, so just bear with me. So here it is. This is a brick from the actual building. As you can tell, it says on here, Albion, Illinois. So I'm guessing that's where the bricks were made, and then they sent them down to Bridgeport when they built the building. This brick is definitely extremely old. Set that down on the table. So a little bit about that. I don't know if a lot of you have seen those 2 episodes that I filmed. The reason why that one became my favorite all-time place that I've been as far as haunted location goes is pretty much because of the amount of activity that I got there. I've never captured that much, or have never experienced that kind of activity before, especially at night when things went from being peaceful and calm, peaceful interaction during the day to almost completely silent at night, and this feeling would come throughout the entire building of an extremely oppressive, uneasy, very unsettling feeling. But just the history of the building, not much was known. I had been in touch with the owner, Anthony, and he has said he has been doing some work on there, and so he cleaned out 2 of the other jail cells, and he said things kind of have really ramped up now. So looks like we may be going back there in August when we go up to Indiana to investigate some places up there, and we'll be making a 4-hour journey over to Bridgeport to do a daytime and nighttime investigation, and then be heading back down to Tennessee. The other piece I have here is a corn cob. Now y'all are probably wondering, what does this have to do with the haunted cabinet? Well, this is from Randolph County Asylum. I had been there twice, and the second time we went, I asked our tour guide, Ted, hey, would it be okay if I took one of these home with me? He says, go for it. He says, I don't see a problem with it. So there you go. Very old. This is authentic. This is not just some kind of a prop, because that Randolph County actually closed down in the late 90s. And there were only about 5 people remaining, I think, or 7, before they finally shut it down. And the reason why I got this, this was in the building, this was in the attic, along with tons more of these sitting on bed springs. And what they would do is, during the summertime back then, is the attic would retain a lot of heat. So they would take the corn, harvest it, shuck it, and then they would take it upstairs into the attic, especially during the summertime, because all the heat would rise up there. This building is pretty much made of brick and cement and some wood. I mean, so you could imagine all that heat being trapped, and the heat would rise and it would be trapped up there, and then they would dry the corn out. And as the kernels would fall out, they would shake the bed springs. The kernels would fall down from the bed and down into a bed sheet down below. And they would take all the kernels, and then they would make their own popcorn. So that is that. And I got probably the funniest story I have from Randolph County was when I went downstairs to investigate the basement by myself, and I did a complete walk around. This is the first time I'd gone. It was in the spring. It was mid-April, so spring hadn't fully hit. It was kind of on the way to being there. So the building was slightly brisk, but not freezing. I mean, it was cozy enough to where I could just wear a hoodie and some pants, and I actually was really comfortable. So I did the whole roundabout in the basement, had my spirit box going, and I get to Doris's kitchen, and I caught a voice that said, like, it was like a, hey. And it sounded like an old woman, so I would imagine that was Doris saying hello. And as I come around the corner, I stopped, changed my light, and in one clip of the video, if you don't, it's a live video on our Facebook page, so if you don't notice this, you see the door slightly move. And if you're not looking for it, you're not going to see it. And then shortly after that, I hear shuffling come up behind, like somebody wearing slippers like that, comes right up over me and like looks over my shoulder is what I felt to see what this noise was coming from, and I believe that was Ida. And I'll just say this, if I'd used the bathroom at that point and I was just holding it until I got done with this, I literally would have messed my pants right there. Totally, I would have, you know, made it in my pants pretty much. But that's one of the funniest experiences I have with Randolph County. As far as this brick goes, there wasn't really a whole lot of fun experiences, but the best experience that I had besides the cat ball activity and the drunk tank on my first day from the Bridgeport, Illinois haunting would have to be upstairs on the 3rd floor in the courtroom when we caught that figure standing at the edge of the stage part where the people would sit for court. And this is what we feel like is the good spirit that is trying to tell us about stuff. And we actually caught her on the oh gosh, I can't remember what the name of that device is called. We see the stick figures. SLS, sorry about that. I'm still waking up. So the SLS camera, we caught her standing there and I actually had interaction with her, with this spirit. And I reach out my hand and she's trying to reach out and touch my hand. And I could literally feel somebody like holding my hand. Kind of like that. Like their thumb would be here, like they're just holding my hand. And my hand felt cold after that. And then I reach out with both hands and she reaches for me. Like she's trying to hug me. And so as I walk towards her, she disappears. And she's gone. And then as I walk back over to the owners, and he has my camera still focused on her phone with the SLS device on the Ghost Tube app, and she pops back up. And it's kind of like, so that was probably the best experience I've had there. So guys, with that, that's these 2 items here. Like I said, we did the Divic box already. I got these 2. I still got the Necronomicon and the pendulums. I don't know if I'm going to do any talking about this because one of those has a very sentimental story to it. So I'm going to contact the person and tell them if it's okay if I feature that on there and tell the story about it. So once I get that, then we'll go from there. But as far as this, the next one is the copy of the Necronomicon that I have. So guys, with that being said, we're going to wrap up this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's a little bit of a different type of take right now, in between going out and filming the paranormal. I figured let's change things up a little bit, and let's try this and go from there. Alright guys, but like we say, stay spooky, stay blessed, and stay safe, and we will see you on the other side.